Have you ever wondered why manipulative people rarely succeed against quiet people? At first, it doesn't make much sense. Quiet people don't argue much. They don't dominate conversations. They don't always express their opinions. So you'd expect them to be easy targets. But psychology shows the exact opposite. Quiet people are often the hardest people to manipulate. And the reason has nothing to do with physical strength. It has everything to do with emotional control. Manipulation only works when someone can control your emotions. They provoke you, so you'll become angry. They flatter you, so you'll trust them too quickly. They guilt-trip you, so you'll feel responsible for their problems. Every manipulation begins with one simple goal: to make you react. Quiet people rarely react immediately. Instead, they pause. They observe. They think. That short moment of silence changes everything. Because once emotion slows down, logic has time to catch up. And logic is manipulation's biggest enemy. Another reason quiet people are difficult to manipulate is because they listen far more than they speak. Most people reveal themselves while talking. Their fears, their insecurities, their dreams, their weaknesses. A manipulative person carefully collects all of this information, then uses it later. Quiet people don't provide that opportunity. They share less. They reveal less. And because there's less information available, there's far less ammunition to use against them. This creates an interesting imbalance. The manipulator slowly reveals themselves, while the quiet person continues observing. Over time, the quiet person often understands the manipulator better than the manipulator understands them. There's another psychological advantage. Quiet people are usually comfortable being alone. This may seem unrelated, but it's actually one of the biggest reasons they resist manipulation. Many controlling people rely on one powerful weapon: the fear of losing relationships. They threaten to leave. They withdraw attention. They give the silent treatment. They make you feel guilty for saying no. These tactics only work if you're afraid of being alone. Quiet people often aren't, because they've already learned to enjoy their own company. When someone isn't desperate for approval, they become incredibly difficult to control. Manipulators quickly realize their usual tactics aren't working. The guilt doesn't work. The pressure doesn't work. The emotional games don't work. And that frustrates them. Perhaps the greatest strength of quiet people is that they don't feel the need to win every argument. Manipulators often try to drag people into endless debates. Because the longer you argue, the more emotional you become. Quiet people often refuse to play that game. Sometimes, they simply walk away. Not because they've lost, but because they understand something many people never learn. Protecting your peace is often more valuable than proving you're right. Silence isn't surrender. Sometimes, it's strategy. In the end, quiet people aren't difficult to manipulate because they're suspicious of everyone. They're difficult to manipulate because they think before they react. They observe before they trust. And they value inner peace more than outside approval. That's exactly why people who rely on manipulation often choose easier targets. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more human psychology videos. And tell me in the comments, have you ever realized someone was trying to manipulate you only after staying silent for a moment?